Hey guys, so I am here barefaced as part of the Uma Oils Dare to Go Bare challenge that's been going around on Instagram. It started on February 1st and it runs through February 22nd. So this is sort of like my video portion of the sort of like month-long challenge that they've got going on. This campaign is basically about self-acceptance and finding the beauty in yourself in not needing makeup. I especially really love this campaign because I'm not a person who wears a lot of makeup anyway, so to have it be more sort of like mainstream or like acceptable or just like more common that people are showing themselves barefaced and without any makeup on and showing that they're comfortable in their own skin. I think that's a really important message that everybody should take part in. So I definitely think this is a campaign that every single one of you should be participating in. If you got an Instagram, definitely go and post your skin story over on Instagram using Dare to Go Bare, the hashtags Dare to Go Bare and Uma Oils. I'll leave down below all of the information for joining this specific campaign and like the prizes. I think there's 5 people who could win up to $150 in Uma products. And then if you post like sort of a before and after, like if you're an avid Uma user already and you post a before and after picture of using the Uma products, you can win up to $250. And I think there's going to be 5 winners for that category as well. So there's up to 10 winners possible for this specific Uma campaign. And I especially love working with Uma on these campaigns. This is my second one. I worked on a campaign with them in January, which was their like all natural challenge. That was really fun and there was a lot of people who got involved. This one, I feel like there's sort of become a little bit more momentum. It was a little slow starting off, but I've started to see more Dare to Go Bare posts. So I love working with Uma on these campaigns, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more coming up. I don't know their specific plans, but I think they're planning on doing something at least once a month. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of Uma from me on all of my platforms because I really love working with Uma. I love the Uma products. I think they're just fantastic and really great. I am going to be doing sort of like, so the point of this video today is I wanted to tell you about the Dare to Go Bare campaign, and I thought I would share like sort of my skin story, and then I would do like an overview of the Uma products that I've used. Not necessarily like a review because I haven't been using a lot of them for that long. A lot of them are really new to me. So I don't want to do like a review, but sort of more like an overview, my like initial thoughts, and then maybe somewhere down the line I can do sort of, I could do more of an Uma brand review kind of thing where I'm like actually reviewing the products and how they worked for me versus more of just like an overview, which I'll do today. And then I do have another giveaway that I will talk about at the end, and then some exciting things from Uma that are coming up. So this is probably going to be a pretty long video and I hope that you enjoy it because Uma has been like my favorite skin and hair care and body care like discovery. I think I was first introduced to Uma in the September box of Beauty Heroes. That was my first experience with Uma. I had seen their products go around before that, but it wasn't a brand that I had gotten into yet. I really wanted to just because they had rebranded early last year, and the new packaging just sort of like really spoke to me. It just, the aesthetic of the new packaging I just really enjoy. But I hadn't gotten around to trying them until I tried their Intensely Nourishing Hair Oil in the Beauty Heroes box, and it was just like instant love for me. I used the hair oil today. I just absolutely love it before I dry my hair. It's totally amazing. And then their brightening mask was also in that box, and I've tried a few more things from them since then. Most recently, though, I haven't, all of the stuff that I've tried has happened in this year, 2017. So I've only been trying the stuff like a month or two, but I will still give you my initial thoughts on them. But I just absolutely love Uma. Like the owner, Shrankla, is just an amazing woman. She's really lovely. She like emailed me out of the blue after they posted my picture on Instagram, and that was just like the sweetest thing. And I talked to her last year, which is how I got as involved with Uma as I am, is forming a relationship with her. And I really love her, and I hope I get to meet her someday. So. And then working with the marketing ladies over at Uma have just been fantastic as well. Just all around, Uma has just been. It's just an amazing experience getting to work with them, getting to use their products, and I just love Uma. So I'll just go ahead and so I'm obviously not scared of going barefaced. I've done it a lot of times on camera before doing like demos. My entire skincare video was like barefaced. All I did was put on skincare. So I'm definitely not afraid of going barefaced, especially since having my son, Oliver. I don't wear makeup. I think I've only worn makeup once the entire month of February, and it was to film a video that I haven't even posted yet. It was like a Valentine's Day look video that I haven't been able to, yeah, to finish. But that's the only time I wore makeup, and really the only times I wear makeup these days are when I'm filming a video, just because I like the look of, I mean, I like playing with makeup. It's fun, but it's not necessary, and I even feel like since having Oliver, I just feel like even less of a desire to constantly be putting on makeup and like covering up my face. And even now that my skin has started to act up a little bit post-pregnancy, which it hadn't yet, I was really hoping my skin was going to stay fantastic and like porcelain and like smooth forever, but it's not. So I have started to get some like stuff going on, but you know what? This is my skin, and the journey to how comfortable I am with my skin now definitely has been a long time coming. Like, I'm 30 years old. I'm going to be 31 in May, which is a scary thought that I just said that out loud. I've only got like 3 more months of my 30 left. But the journey to be as comfortable in my skin as I am has taken me a really long time. I first remember like getting like my first acne when I was in 7th grade. So I was 12. That was when I first remember like it starting to pop up. And it was all sort of like a downhill like roller coaster after that. Like my skin has been all kinds of terrible. I went to dermatologists and I had like all kinds of treatments done. I was on like every kind of pill and cream you could think of. I think it started to get really bad when I was a sophomore. I think that's when it started to, I mean, I was a junior. Well, it's like it started to get really bad when I was a sophomore, so I was like 15. Junior year, I remember because I was driving and it had gotten really bad. And I was really depressed my junior year too, because I wasn't sleeping. I was rocking. Oliver's in my lap. I don't even realize that I do that these days. I was on sleeping medication because I wasn't sleeping very well, so I gained like 30 pounds being on that medication. And on top of that, my skin was just awful. I had really bad cystic acne, like all over my face. It was like, it wasn't in like any one part of my face. I had it all along my neck, it was all along my jawline, it was on my cheeks, my forehead. I had acne everywhere. And I think I've gotten rid of like every picture now where my skin is as bad as it was, and I would look at those pictures and I would like cry because my skin made me so uncomfortable. I got called names all the time. Like, I specifically remember like my friend's brother would constantly call me like pepperoni face. All the guys that I liked were like disgusted by me. One guy in particular was like, why do all the ugly girls have to like me, when he was specifically talking about me? Because really I was the only girl that liked him at the time. And I liked him for a long time. That hurt. That hurt a lot. But I was really uncomfortable in my skin for a long time. I think my senior year, I'd been on like every medication that they had. I'd been on all the, the tetracyclines and the whatevers. There's so many now, I can't even remember how many I was on. I was on all the creams, like everything that you could be on, I was on. But of course, I didn't know anything about natural skincare. And even back then, I think, what was that, 15, 16 years ago? I mean, that wasn't like a big thing. So it was really like you go to Walgreens and you pick up like the acne Neutrogena thing or whatever. I did all that stuff too. I did the Clarisil, I did the Proactive, I did the Neutrogena, I did the Cetaphil, I did everything that was in the drugstore that you could do, I did it, and none of it worked. It all just irritated my skin more. I broke out more. I was just like constantly depressed, and it was a really bad time for me, like in my high school years. And genetic played a big part of it, because my dad had really bad skin when he was young as well. But I do, a lot of it is diet related, and I was eating meat and dairy at the time, and I was just like fat and ugly and depressed. But I mean, I know these things now, so I could better prepare Oliver when, because it's possible he might get bad skin, but it's also possible he might not, because his diet's going to be totally different than what mine was when I was a kid. His skincare is going to be totally different than what mine was when I was a kid. Like, he has a better advantage going in than I did, because, I've got more knowledge and, done more research on these things as I've gotten older than, my mom did, or that was even available back then. So I think by the time I had ended up in senior year, I was just like, I'm so over this. Like I won't say that I was suicidal, but I definitely like considered. I mean, it's hard. Like, I know that there are people who have suicidal depression, and, you know, everybody, I think, every once in a while will get into that sort of, like, I would rather be dead than deal with this, like, kind of feeling. And I definitely thought I had those feelings, but I would never, like, act on them. I never was, like, actually suicidal. I had thoughts sometimes because my skin was so bad. So I think that by senior year, I think that was when I went on Accutane. So, like, the thing with Accutane, and I wouldn't do this again if I given the opportunity. I mean, I was on birth control. They started me on birth control at 15 because that was sort of like the first thing that they do. Oh, no. I didn't start on birth control until I went on Accutane. So that was a lie. So, I mean, I know birth control now is sort of used as like an acne treatment because of the hormones or whatever that are in it. So I think by the time I was 16, I was going into senior year. Maybe it was junior year. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. But I was either 16 or 17. I was either ending junior year or going into senior year. I can't remember. But they finally put me on Accutane because I had done everything that the dermatologist recommended. Like I was on like I said, every pill and every cream. So they were like, the last thing that we could do is Accutane. And because they save that as like a last resort. At least they did. They don't anymore. They save that as like a last resort because it's a very bad drug. Like knowing what I know now about it, I totally would not do it again. And I was on it twice. But because there's lots of side effects that go along with it. There's like a dryness that it like completely dehydrates your skin. And that's probably one of the ways that it works. I don't really know, but you can get like suicidal tendencies. Definitely if you get pregnant when you're on it, your baby would have like all kinds of abnormalities and defects and whatever. Like it's a bad drug. And I really wish, I mean, I feel like now they like hand it out to kids like candy. And I've seen on Instagram, every once in a while, like one of those suggested posts will pop up where it's like someone saying, I'm going to start my Accutane journey. And I look at their skin and I'm like, your skin is not that bad. Like compared to what mine was when I was a kid, like literally every inch of my face was covered in some kind of acne, whether it be like a cystic giant one or like, you know, like a white, like a, I guess pussy one. I don't really know what the names of them are, but my skin was covered. Like it was, makeup couldn't cover that stuff up. And I see people now who talk about going on Accutane and their skin doesn't look nearly half as bad as mine did. And I'm like, are they just like handing Accutane out like candy now? Like, are they giving it to anybody who goes in and says, my skin is awful, I want to go on Accutane? I just feel like it's gotten way too, they just give it out way too much. Like I would never give it to Oliver no matter how bad his skin got. I would never put him on that stuff. It's awful. And I wish you could, like, and people even now too, like sometimes they'll go on it and then afterwards they'll say that they regret going on it. And I mean, I definitely still deal with stuff that happened when I was on Accutane, and it was over 15 years ago. I mean, I definitely still have a dryness, dehydration in like certain parts of my body that, yeah, will probably never get fixed. But anyway, yes, I was on that twice. The first time they actually had me on the wrong dosage, which is why I had to go on it twice, because it worked while I was on it the first time. But then the minute that I came off of it, the acne came right back up again. So then they put me on a second, more intense high dose. And I think I was on that when I was in my first year of college. I think I finally finished my dose of Accutane when I was in college, my first year of college. Yeah, say hello. He's really like, he won't go down for a nap today, so he's here while I do this today. So yes, I was on that twice. The first time, it must have been my senior year of college, because then the second time I was on it was I was just starting high school. Or I was just starting my senior year of high school, and I was just starting college, I think. I don't really remember. I just remember I was on it twice. It was really bad. But then, I mean, and yeah, and of course they put you on birth control when you're on it. Because they don't want you getting pregnant, which wasn't an issue anyway. But when I finally was done, my skin was clear. My skin was clear for a long time. I did use benzocaine, which was like, it's like a benzoyl peroxide clindamycin mix or something like that. I used that every so often when I would get like a flare-up or whatever, which wouldn't happen that often, especially after the Accutane, because after the Accutane, there was like nothing going on. My skin was clear for a long time. It broke out occasionally, not much, and not the big giant ones like it used to be, until I came off birth control. So when it was before I started YouTube. It must have been in like the middle of 2013, or was it the beginning of 2013? Gilbert and I had started talking about we wanted to try for kids, and we knew it was going to be tough anyway because of Gilbert's medical issues. But we decided in 2013 that we were going to start trying, or at least I would start coming off birth control and we would get him tested for all the things that he needed to be tested for and whatever. So in 2013 I came off the birth control and I was freaking out because I'd done research on it, and I saw like pretty much everybody say that when they came off birth control their acne like flared up really badly. So it didn't happen right away. It took about a month for my acne to flare up, and it was as bad as it was when before I was on Accutane. My skin was just awful. It was cystic acne everywhere. It was painful. It was red. I spent many days in the shower crying because my skin was just, I couldn't handle it. And I wouldn't leave the house. Anytime Gilbert wanted to go anywhere, I would just like refuse to leave the house because I just couldn't. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in the shower crying. And then I got to a point, I think I'd gone back on some creams, but I wouldn't take any more pills because we were trying to have a baby. I didn't want to do anything. This is sort of like what sparked the whole like going natural thing. So I didn't want to take any pills because we wanted to have a baby, and I didn't want to be on anything that could potentially like harm a baby. So that's where I sort of like decided there's got to be like a better natural way to do this, because obviously the chemicals aren't working. Obviously the pills aren't working. So I was like, I thought to myself one day, like I specifically remember, I was like, there's got to be a better way to do this. And like, I immediately went on the internet and I started researching like more natural acne treatments and like natural makeup and all kinds of stuff related to like natural and like green products. And I realized that there was like a huge market out there for like natural makeup that I didn't know was there. Like all I knew before was like Bare Minerals. I had been using Bare Minerals for like 8 years, and I didn't know that there was like anything out there like that that was better. And Bare Minerals was starting to really irritate my skin. It was like itchy and like just irritating, and I just didn't want to use it anymore, so I looked for more stuff. So it did take a long time for me to really, you know, like figure out what works best for my skin, like becoming more comfortable in my own skin. I think it took like a good 2 years at least for me to figure out like a regimen that works and like what products work the best on my skin, which I think is a video that I want to do, is sort of like if I were to go back and like redo all my skincare, or like start out like a starting out skincare kit, like the things that work for me, like skincare, maybe it's like ride or die, I don't know, like the skincare, like if I had to go and redo it all over again and I had to only pick, you know, like certain stuff starting out, I would start with this collection of stuff, like if that makes sense. But it took me a really long time. It took me a lot of trial and error to figure out like what products work for my skin, what products don't. I didn't initially think that oils worked for my skin, because the one skin oil that I tried, it was like a Badger face oil, was like way too heavy for my skin. I didn't really know how to work with oils at the time. It took me a lot of trial and error to sort of figure out which oils work for my skin, when to use certain products, and that kind of thing. And my skin is definitely not perfect now. I mean, it was really good while I was pregnant, which is, what is it, like the extra estrogen or whatever? I don't really know. I don't know how it works, but it was really good while I was pregnant, and even for a long time after. But I've started to break out again. Like I have actually a couple back here on my neck that, ugh, I hate the ones on my neck the most, because they hurt. They always hurt. You know, I've got some stuff going on my chin, you know, which is a lot to do with like hormonal stuff, and my hormones are probably still like bouncing out. I mean, like I'm losing hair like crazy. You know, you could still tell. You know, there's like balding happening right there. But, you know, I know that what's happening with my skin right now is because I had a baby, and I'm not as hard on myself because of it. I'm like, you know, it took forever to even get pregnant, and like that was a miracle in itself. And I know my skin and my hair is just sort of like adjusting. And even though like 10 years ago, if I had been going through this like in college, it definitely would have embarrassed me a lot more than it does now because of my age. I think, I think, you know, age has a lot to do with how comfortable you are in your skin. I find like a lot. Because when I was younger, in high school and in college, I definitely was really uncomfortable in my skin. I wouldn't go anywhere without makeup. I always had to be covering my skin up because I was just embarrassed by it. And I was not, like, I always thought people were staring at me. Anytime I went anywhere without makeup, which was rare, I always thought people were staring at me. I always thought people were judging me and that, like, I was just disgusting, and I just wouldn't go anywhere without makeup because of that. And I wish... I know a lot of it has to do with like immaturity, but I wish there was a way to teach kids these days that your skin it's not who you are. I mean, it's what's on your skin definitely plays a role in how you feel about yourself, but it's not who you are. And I don't know, I just wish there was a way that being in high school and college and whatever, and like around judgmental people, there was an easier way to be more comfortable in your own skin. I definitely wasn't, and it took me a long time to get there. Like late 20s was when I finally started to get comfortable in my own skin, which is a shame. And it's, you know, it basically did take pregnancy to like not really care at all. Like even still before I had Oliver, like I would still have days where like my skin would be so bad I wouldn't want to leave the house, and Gilbert would be like, let's go out to eat, and I'd be like, are you serious? Like, look at my skin. And he'd be like, because obviously he doesn't care. What he married me for me and not, you know, my skin, and my skin it's not me as a person. So, you know, that's definitely what I want to teach Oliver growing up, is that, you know, your skin may look bad, but it's not who you are, and being comfortable in being who you are is more important than, you know, your skin. And your skin, I mean, like, I get it. We all want to look our best, and a lot of us do feel more comfortable when our skin is, you know, perfect and whatever. But I mean, we're not going to be that way forever. Like, even if you have perfect skin in high school, it's not going to stay the same. Like when you're older, just different things happen when you get older. Like, you know, you get melasma and dark patches and hyperpigmentation and wrinkles and just things. Your skin just ages, and it's just natural, and it's important to be comfortable with all of those things that happen, because they will eventually. And, you know, I'm totally comfortable in my skin now. Like, I have no issue being on camera with however many people watch this video to see me, because, I mean, this is real life. Like, nobody is all makeuped out and glammed out all the time. Like, that's not possible. And even if they're like that on YouTube all the time, they're not like that in person. I know, I mean, for me, I don't wear makeup hardly ever when I'm not on camera. I mean, especially now, because I have like zero time. Oliver takes up so much of my time. But so, I mean, that's basically my skin story. Is I dealt with acne in my adolescence and in my adult life, and it wasn't easy at either time, but definitely since becoming a mom, I'm more comfortable in, you know, my skin and its condition, and not even just my skin, it's like my body too. And I mean, I'm back down to like pre-pregnancy weight and my like clothes and stuff, but I feel different. Like my shoulders feel broader. Like the shirts that I used to wear that I felt like I had some room in, my shoulders just feel like wider. And I definitely have some, you know, like extra stomach going on a little bit still, but you just have to be comfortable in your own self, and that's just, I find that a really important thing. And I'm glad that Uma is doing a challenge based around that, because I think it's an important message for all of us to practice and remember. It's just being comfortable in our own skin, and I definitely am. So I wanted to spread the message, and I just think it's important. I think it's important for all of us to do. So next, I thought I would just do some product overviews by Uma. So I especially love these little Uma, I think, what are they called? Like starter kits. Uma has a lot of different products and a lot of different ways you can get them. And the one thing that I love about Uma over a lot of other brands actually is that you can get like sample sizes or deluxe sizes. They offer different sizing options for a lot of their products, pretty much all of their products. They have like a whole sample like section where you can get little trial sizes, this size of all their oils. You can get, there's like a set of 5 of their face oils, then there's all their wellness oils, and they do like mixes as well. I think there was like a bridal one, and then there were some other ones. But even like these tiny, I don't know what size these are specifically, but even these, they last a really long time. So getting one of these, like the 5 kits to try, will like give you a really good idea of which face oils work best for your skin. And even with the wellness oils, you can get the like little sampler pack to figure out which of the wellness oils you like. And then when you're ready to buy, they do have 2 different sizes. They have the big 1 ounce sizes. So this is the hair oil, which I love. Right now I'm only using this on the ends of my hair, but I might actually start trying it in my scalp because see if it'll stimulate some hair growth. But I love the hair oil. I've tried a bunch of different hair oils since this one, and this is still by far like my absolute favorite hair oil. It smells amazing. It makes my hair silky soft and shiny, and I just absolutely love this. This would be a repurchase for life. I love that. And then they have these 1/2 ounce sizes that you can buy in pretty much all of their products. I think all of their wellness oils you can buy in this size as well as the 1 ounce size. Most of their face oils, I think the brightening face oil, the deeply clarifying, and the anti-aging, I think you can get in this size. I don't know about the other ones. They have a total night rejuvenation, and then they've got like a beauty boosting day. I don't know if you can get those ones in this size, but they are part of the sampler pack. But I do love that you can buy them in this 1/2 ounce size. But aside from those, you can get these like starter kits. I've got 2 of them. I've got the anti-aging one and the deeply clarifying one. So they all come with a mask, a face oil, some sort of like treatment, and then the body oil. So I do have 2 of these. I wouldn't buy the Ultimate Brightening one now that I've got pretty much like everything, because I think the Ultimate Brightening one, the only difference is from the anti-aging one is it's just that it has the brightening face oil. So I would just go and buy the brightening facial oil. But if you don't have any, this is a good way to start, because each of these kits, like I said, comes with a face mask depending on which one you get. So this is like the deeply clarifying face mask. So the deeply clarifying kit also comes with the blemish spot treatment, which I'm loving right now. I'm not exactly sure if this is the full size of this. It might be 1/2 ounce or maybe even like smaller than 1/2 ounce. But you need such like a tiny little bit, and it does work incredibly well. I'm actually going to be buying this instead of my Meow Meow Tweet as a replacement, because I've been really, really loving this spot treatment. And then it also comes with a facial oil. This one comes with the deeply clarifying facial oil, and then the body oil. So now I've got 2 of these like 1/2 ounce or 1 ounce, yeah, 1/2 ounce size body oils, because I just picked up the deeply clarifying kit, and I had the anti-aging one before. So this is the anti-aging body oil. They've only got 1 body oil, but I really like it. I mean, I like it. First impressions of like everything are really good. I've tried both of these masks twice, the clarifying facial, or the clarifying mask and the anti-aging mask. I've tried those both once. The brightening one, which came in the Beauty Heroes box, I've tried more times than that. But I really like them all. I don't know about the Ultimate Brightening one. I know works really well because I've used that one the most. The other 2 I've only used once, so I don't have full remarks on those yet, but I will eventually. So then in the anti-aging kit, you get a little, this little size here is the eye oil, and then you also get the Absolute Anti-Aging Facial Oil. Of the 2 kits, I do like the deeply clarifying one better, especially, I mean, for my skin, that's what works better for my skin. I do like the body oil. I actually mixed this with another product, so it looks like I haven't used that much, but I've been using this like every day. It's like a really, I love the scent of all of the Uma products. It's like, even just opening up your package, you can smell everything the minute you open up your package, even before you open up any of the products, just because the oils are so potent and beautiful and just absolutely amazing. They are really heavily scented with essential oils. So if you're really sensitive to smells, I feel bad, because Uma is a really heavily scented line, which, I mean, doesn't bother me, but I know that some people have like really high sensitivity to smells, and Uma is one of the more like highly scented lines, like the entire line. The Absolute Anti-Aging Facial, why can't I say this? The Absolute Anti-Aging Facial Oil, I've only used once, but I do prefer the deeply clarifying one. I feel like the deeply clarifying line, you can feel it working. Like some facial oils you put on and you'll notice like a difference in the morning, or like it takes a couple of weeks before you really notice a difference. With the deeply clarifying facial oil, I could feel that one working when I put it on my skin. It just is the The oils in there are so strong and potent. I can feel them working like the minute I put them on my skin. So I've really been loving that one, and the next thing that I'm getting is definitely the Ultimate Brightening Facial Oil, because even the owner, Shrankla, has said that that one is probably like the most effective oil that she's got, and that she would recommend that one to everybody because it would probably work for everybody's skin. So, and when you do order, you do get 2 free samples with each order. So these are the 2 that I got in my last order. I got the Intensely Nourishing Hair Oil, again, which will be great for like traveling. And then I got the Beauty Boosting Day Facial Oil, which I tried today. And so far I've been really liking it, but you know, oils take time. And so definitely I will give you guys a more thorough review in the future. Because I'm sure there will be lots more UMA campaigns that I could, you know, work in a UMA review with. But I've been absolutely loving all of the UMA products, even the wellness oil. I only have the Bliss wellness oil right now, but I am looking at getting, maybe I'll get that like wellness oil sampler pack too, so that way I can try like every single one, sort of figure out which ones I like the best. I think Andy has Pure Calm or Pure Rest or whatever. One of them she says is really amazing, so I need to get that one. But yeah, I'm going to leave the links for all of UMA down below. Like, there's lots of UMA. Go and check it out. They are a higher priced brand, definitely more like a high-end. Like, the hair oil is $70, but definitely you want to go and get the sampler packs because those are really, really reasonably priced. For like 5 of these little baby-sized, I think it's $50 for the face oil sample pack, and then it's like $45 for the wellness oil sample pack or something. So definitely go and if you've been thinking about UMA, purchase those before you start buying any of the other full sizes. I wish they had like a sampler pack of their face masks, because the only way to get small sizes of the face masks is in these starter kits. Otherwise you have to buy the full sizes, which are $70 each. So that's the only thing I wish they had, is they had these like trial sizes in their face masks, and then you could buy like all 3 of them at a time or something. So UMA, if you're listening, I definitely think that would be a good idea to put out there, because people are interested in face masks. Like, I love the face masks, and that would be something that I would buy if I didn't have all 3 already. So that's it for the Dare to Go Bare campaign, which I'll leave all the information down below. My description box is going to be like huge this time because I've got a lot of stuff down there. Then I shared with you guys my skin story, sort of like an overview of some UMA products. Just, I absolutely love all the UMA products that I've tried. The anti-aging kit is probably, if I had to say my least favorite of anything, it's probably the anti-aging kit, just because I don't think that is as effective on my skin at the moment. The Deeply Clarifying one is definitely more effective for my skin type presently. But if you don't have acne, or you're just like, you're looking for specific anti-aging products, those ones might work wonderfully for you. I just need more targeted, I need like a more targeted regimen, because I have acne. So the last thing that I've got for you guys is a really exciting giveaway that I'm collaborating with UMA on, and it's to actually give away one of the Ultimate Brightening Facial Kits. So you'll get the Ultimate Brightening Facial Mask, you'll get the face oil, you'll get the anti-aging body oil, and then you'll get the anti-aging eye oil. So you'll get the entire kit. I think it's valued at $140. All you have to do is actually, I have a link down below. You will enter in your email, and then you are entered into the giveaway. And there will be 3 winners of that kit. I'm actually pretty sure that a few people are going to be hosting the same giveaway. So if you see anybody else who's got the same giveaway, definitely go and enter your email in there as well for more chances to win. This will be going on, I think, until March 1st. So I probably will post about it a couple of times to make sure that you guys enter in your email to for the giveaway, because you don't want to miss out on getting the opportunity to try some UMA products. You really don't. So if you have not tried any UMA yet, you really, really need to, because like I said, they're a fantastic brand to work with from like a blogger standpoint. The campaigns that they do are really fun. They get people engaged and involved, which I really like. And on top of that, their products are just amazingly effective, and they're one of my favorite skincare and, like, you know, green beauty brands that I've been recently introduced to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You definitely will be seeing a lot of UMA from me in the future, because I plan to work with them as much as possible. Oh, and I was going to talk about their products that were coming out. So the 3 that I know of that are going to be coming out, I think March is a baby oil. I haven't gotten all the information on that yet, but I'm really, really excited about that, especially because I just had a baby. I'm going to rub him in Uma baby oil. That's really exciting. And then the two things that I know of but don't know like hardly anything about, they're coming out with an ultimate brightening cleanser and toner, I believe. I believe it's the ultimate brightening line that they're doing that in. I don't think it's the deeply clarifying, but they're coming out with an oil cleanser and a toner, which I am so, so excited for. Because that would sort of like round out the Uma line, as they don't have any cleansers or toners. They've got lots of facial oils, body products, and like the hair product. That would definitely round out the Uma collection. So I'm really excited for those things, and I probably will be talking about those when they come out because I'm so excited for those. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Definitely go sign up for the giveaway. Go join the Dare to Go Bare campaign. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.